Chris Pratt is finally on trial as to whether or not he should have been the voice of Mario or not. Let's talk about Mercy. Hey guys, AJYT Abbott here, and welcome to my review for Mercy. This is a film about Chris Pratt, who is on trial against an AI judge played by Rebecca Ferguson. Two actors that I really enjoy, so I'm like, alright, what's the catch? Well, it's a fucking Screen Life type movie, at least for most of it, like War of the Worlds was last year with Ice Cube. There will be spoilers if you care. I'm not going to take too long in this review because it is fucking freezing outside. There is ice, snow, it is bad out there. I thought this was going to be bad, but it's not. It's not really good, it's not really bad, it's just kind of mid. I think it's a mid film. I honestly think that it could have been far worse than it ended up being, and there's no world where I thought it was going to be better than it ended up being, really. Chris Pratt is on trial for whether or not he killed his wife or not, because they find strong evidence that he is involved in the murder of his wife. His daughter comes home, finds her dead. They find his fingerprints on the knife. They find his DNA all over the crime scene. And it's just a matter of figuring out why and who and what, you know. How did this happen? Is it really Chris Pratt? Did someone frame him? And he has to convince Rebecca Ferguson's AI judge that he is not the one that did it, or he will be executed right there in the court. And it's ironic because he implemented the AI into there. He was like promoting, he didn't implement it, sorry, he promoted that they should be using this AI for these court cases, and that he actually put a few of these guys behind bars and put them up against this trial. So that was kind of an interesting way to look at it. This guy that, you know, helped people put people behind bars and helped put people in this situation, he's now in that same situation. And that's kind of what leads to this final act where we find out where the main guy, the first guy that he captured, arrested, and put against this AI judge and he was killed, is the brother of one of his friends, his sponsor, that was like his guy, like he's got his back when it comes to the AA meetings that he was going to, and also in the gym. Like, they're just good friends. And he finds out that it's this guy because after looking through some of the records, looking through pictures of him in his house, because they get the idea, like, hey, it's this guy, because he's got these chemicals, like, it's not lining up. There's chemical product being taken away from this company. They interview this guy about it, and he's like, it was this dude, and they're like, all right, we need to investigate his house. So they send a team over there, they break in there, and they find this photo, and he's like, all right, enhance that, find whatever you can about this, and then it turns out that this was the brother. They were brothers. So, because Chris Pratt imprisoned his brother and got him killed on trial for a crime he didn't commit, by the way, it ends up he didn't even commit it. His partner, Chris Pratt's partner, framed him for the murder because they wanted these trials to start coming out clean so that people would use these AI judges and they would use it more. They're like, we had to have some strong, cold-cut cases for this AI judge to work out so we could use it more. And that's what sends Chris Pratt off the edge in the end of this movie, where he's like, fuck all this shit, this behind-the-scenes meddling with everything. He gets his daughter away from this guy. They arrest him after they hear him out, and it's proven that his brother was in fact innocent, and then they arrest Chris Pratt's partner, who was involved in framing him for that. So that was a nice resolution for that. There is a good bit of twists and turns in here like that, But there's also just parts of the movie where the acting is a bit questionable. From Chris Pratt, I wasn't 100% believing him all the time. The daughter is fine, I guess. I just wish the actual motive itself, the merits behind the motive of, like, hey, maybe we shouldn't use this AI judge to decide things can be tampered with behind the scenes. The dangers of that. I wish they had played with that a little bit more. They don't really focus on that a whole lot. And even by the end of this movie, they try to preach like this message, like even AI makes mistakes just like we do. It's like, all right, now are you pro AI or against AI? I'm fucking confused. Me myself, I don't like AI. Will I see a video every now and then that's AI that's like, I don't know, like some just funny cartoon characters cursing or a pet video or something and think it's funny? Sure. But when it's taking jobs from people, when it's pulling from people's art that they've done online and shit like that, That's what I fucking hate. That's what I really fucking hate. At the end of the day, it's a fine enough thriller for what it is. Like I said, it's a lot better than I actually thought it was going to be. Chris Pratt is fine. Like, he's got moments where I don't believe his acting. Rebecca Ferguson as this AI judge, I mean, she's robotic sounding in this movie, whether that be just that's how the directing was told to her, or that's just the performance she was given. But some of the acting in this was mighty wooden, and it wasn't just from the AI judge, I'll tell you that much. Some of the action, pretty good. I mean, you're seeing it through the screen, so there's not like a ton to keep you really locked in on the action side of it. But there are some really tense moments in this movie, and I was engaged all the way through, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, at the end of the day, I'm giving Mercy a 5. I think half of what it was going for it succeeds in, and half of it doesn't. Because I feel like there was a lot more you could do with the merits, the social situations that you have with this AI, the various things that you could get into with using this program. I just feel like they don't really touch on those issues as much as I would like them to. Also, the message of it not really being that clear in the end. Like, I don't know, at the end of the day, what was the point? What was the focus of the film? What was it trying to tell to us? But I don't really know, but let me know what you guys thought of this down in the comments below. I'm sorry if this review is a bit scatterbrained, because I am just kind of freezing here, but I'm just trying to get these reviews out to you guys. I'm not going to review Return to Silent Hill, because I've never played the games, and it would just kind of be unfair for me to watch the movie without playing the games, and honestly, I've heard it's kind of shit, and I'm fine with skipping out on that one, but nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Tell me what you thought of Mercy down in the comments below. What's your favorite Chris Pratt movie, and why is it Mario? I'm kidding. Thanks so much. Goodbye.